Our at Haas got off to a great start with Nico Hülkenberg scoring not 1 but 2 points in Bahrain. And we're aiming for another points finish in Jeddah. Hello folks, welcome back to Haas and episode 2 of our F2 Champions only save with the Haas team. We've got Nico Hülkenberg and Felipe Drugovich at the wheel of the car, and we currently sit 5th in the Constructors' Championship thanks to that 2 points from Nico Hülkenberg in Bahrain. Here is the top 10 from that first race. Sergio Perez leading the way for Red Bull, followed by the 2 Ferraris, Alonso, Hamilton, Stroll, Russell, then Hülkenberg and Ocon. Drugovich on his debut did come home in 16th, but he did do a decent job for the first half of the race, and then the mistakes crept in, which obviously you'd prefer they weren't there, but they're inevitable on the game with young drivers who are slightly lower rated. And to help him, we need to improve the car. So we got down to business with developing bits and pieces for the car. In the last episode, so we're developing and designing a underfloor front wing and rear wing. We've just started designing a new set of side pods, and we are manufacturing a new chassis. So we'll have 4 of those online in 41 days, and hopefully that will be ready for the Australian Grand Prix, where we can whack that on the car. Although maybe we'll hold off on that and maybe put everything together for a package in Baku. Maybe that's the way to go. Although that is a sprint weekend, so you won't have as much time to learn the parts. I'll deal with that off camera. I have also put Felipe on a development program to improve his wheel-to-wheel combat. So he's overtaking his only 65. That didn't stop him making some really nice moves though in Bahrain. So once that starts picking up, I'm sure we can switch his focus to something else. With regard to Nico Hülkenberg, it's just a balanced thing because we need to keep all of his stats as good as possible. His control is only 56. What is going on there? Let me know in the comments if you think I should improve that with the editor. Yeah, I think that is completely wrong for Hülkenberg. But yeah, he is 35 years old, so while his experience is great, his stats are going to drop. And that's going to open the door for us to sign a F2 champion. Talking of F2, after one round, Jehan Daravala leads the way for MP Motorsport, and Fred Vesti is second for Prema. His actual 2023 title rival, Théo Pourchaire, isn't competing in Formula 2 because we signed Drugovich from Aston Martin. Théo Pourchaire is now an Aston Martin reserve driver, so we'll have to pinch another Aston Martin reserve if we want Théo in our car. So let's get ready for Jeddah then. I'll go and do practice and I'll join you probably at the back end of Q1 just to make sure that we get through. No need to show you any of Q1 because our first and only runs were good enough to get us through to Q2. We were left, 0.6 of a second clear of Ricciardo in the end? So plenty in hand there. We've got extra sets of tyres to use as well for Q2, so we could maybe trouble the Alpines, who are just a smidge ahead of us. So let's go into Q2 and see if we can get ourselves with at least one car in Q3 this time. Into the final sector then of our first flying lap of Q2. Esteban Ocon has set a 28.9. We've been following Lance Stroll, although I don't think we're getting a slipstream from the Aston Martin. Hülkenberg goes second. Drugovich, again, slightly ahead of his teammate. Yes, he's getting a tow, and which is by design because we want to help Drugovich get through, but we also don't want it to be at the expense of Hülkenberg. Final lap then of Q2. Hülkenberg is the lead car once again. He's trailing an Alpine, so hopefully we get a bit of a distant tow off of Gasly, who is currently P14. But Drugovich in P8, Hülkenberg in P9. Let's see what they can do on another fresh set of soft tyres. Historically, of course, in 2023, the Haas was a good qualifying car, but we're not improving in Sector 1, and we're now on the bubble. Hamilton will surely pop himself into the top 10, as will Gasly, I would assume. Not sure what Norris Albon could achieve. There goes Hamilton to P6, and Hülkenberg has crashed.
Red flag.
He's absolutely smashed it into the barrier on this qualifying lap. He's out of qualifying because he's in the wall. but he's also out because he's 11th. And that's the end of the session. No replay, just the session ending. So Drogovic has got in. I promise you that wasn't tactical, but we have also eliminated Gasly. So Drogovic gets himself into Q3. Just before we go into Q3, I've just been looking at the repair job to Hulkenberg's car. We've had to replace the chassis, the rear wing, the front wing, the underfloor, I think, and the suspension. But look at the damage to the engine.
Bruh.
Absolutely destroyed the gearbox. The ERS is completely screwed. The engine is just not usable anymore either. So it's a brand new everything. We're going to be taking engine penalties well before even maybe Canada or Austria. So that crash is hyper expensive for Haas. Not happy, Hulk. Not happy. Now, interestingly, on Drogovic's Q3 lap here, we've got him right behind Sergio Perez. So this could be a blessing or a curse. He's either going to hold us up or he's going to give us the tow of a lifetime. Please don't throw it at the wall, Felipe. We just need to have 2 whole cars ready for tomorrow's race. We are personal best in Sector 1 because we haven't set a lap time yet. Let's see what we can achieve middle sector. If we set a purple sector here, that would be incredible because we're getting a massive tow. We've survived the turn 22. We're not fastest of anybody. Can we maybe snipe off Hamilton there in P6? Slipstream down to the line with Felipe Drogovic behind Sergio Perez, and we are 10th. To the surprise of nobody. We're ready to go then for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. I'll talk you through the strategy very quickly. Very simple one-stopper for Felipe Drogovic, soft to medium. He's starting in the top 10, of course. And then for Hulkenberg, we're going to start him on the hards. We're going to try and play the long game and then go to softs around lap 30 and hopefully be a bit faster than everybody else later on. I do have a safety car strategy for Hulkenberg. Any safety car in the first 20 laps, and we'll bring him in for a set of mediums, and then we'll go to the softs. Although if it's in the first 10 laps, that could be tricky because we won't be able to be as aggressive on the mediums. Although if we drop this down, they go a lot further. So yeah, any safety car in the first 20 laps, we're bringing Hulkenberg in and switching to a 2-stop strategy. So without further ado, let's do a motor race. Let's say thank you to the mechanics for getting Hulkenberg's car onto the grid. We've got 5 red lights. The lights are out, the race is on. Max Verstappen leads away from pole position. Let's jump on board with Felipe Drogovic, who's actually losing in position to Hulkenberg just because of the way the different sides of the grid start on this game. We're going to get boxed in behind a Mercedes, and I think we're going to go wheel to wheel with our teammates. And Hulkenberg secures the position.
Plenty of K1 available when you need it.
So as long as they don't crash, everything's fine. There's Hulkenberg losing the position now. Let's get him to not fight his teammate because we just want to settle down in this opening lap. Here's Felipe Drogovic then on lap 8. He's pulled out almost 2 seconds on Lando Norris now because he's squabbling with Alex Albon. Hulkenberg is taking a watching brief of this. I'm going to get him driving in clean air so that we can hopefully cool the tyres down a little bit and also have a look at making an overtake. DRS is powerful down the main straight in Jeddah. Is Hulkenberg going to go for it? He is. What a move that is. I like that, Nico. But Albon on his soft tyres is going to get... No, he's not. We've pinched the inside line for turn 4. And we're going to have the line through the S's. Great job by Nico Hulkenberg. And now he's behind the McLaren, which still has the retro livery. Drogovic just needs to look after those tyres, I suppose. Let's maybe go light with him and extend the life of them a little bit more. We'll lose a little bit of pace, but Hulkenberg has just gone around the outside of Lando Norris. That was stunning. I just caught the end of it. Let's have a look at the replay. This was excellent. Brave as well, considering what happened in qualifying. That was so easily an accident waiting to happen. But job done for Nico Hulkenberg. I've also just realised that my webcam has been off this entire time. I turned it off to do a screenshot and I forgot to turn it back on. So now I'm back. As you can also see that I've got my new Haas team shirt on, so everything's going fine now that we've got the webcam back. But hopefully that hasn't detracted from your enjoyment of the race. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get Drugovich to rarely defend. I'm going to get Hulkenberg to drive in clean air, also rarely defend. And then up the inside, there we go. And now we should hopefully see them both start slingshotting with the DRS. So let's see how this plays out. Gasly's in for a set of mediums. He started on a set of softs. So yeah, Drugovich, his strategy could definitely work from here, but he'll have to manage his tyres. I'm wondering if we put him on a set of hards so he can really push and get the most out of them. I've made exactly that decision. Drugovich is in. Hulkenberg is into P10 and is continuing on. 2.9 second stop. Good job from the team in the pit lane. And is that Gasly? It is. He's just going to be behind us. So we've held off the undercut of the Alpine, but now he's going to be right behind us on faster tyres. Here comes Gasly. Is he going through? Yes, he is. Oh, there was contact. Drugovich hasn't got any damage, but there was definitely contact. I think Gasly's picked up some damage. Where was it? Is it our car? Is it? It must be Gasly's car then, with a little bit of damage. Okay, well, we've lost the position to Gasly. Someone might have damage, we don't know. But we have also lost all of our confidence. Great. So since we lost all of Drugovich's confidence, he's now massively off the pace. He's just been passed by Albon and has immediately lost 2.5 seconds to the Williams. I think he's also been passed by Bottas. We're going to go aggressive because we want the extra pace, but it's going to come with the risk of crashing because we've got low confidence. We're actually getting into DRS range of Bottas, so an overtake would see our confidence go back up again. So let's drive in clean air, see if we can make the move with Felipe. Oh, that was close to the gearbox. And Drugovich has passed Valtteri Bottas up the inside into turn 22. Did we also get the DRS? Yes, we did. Excellent. So now we can pull away from him, and our confidence still very low, but definitely improved. Nico Hulkenberg on his way to the pit lane for a car that was in 1,000 pieces at one point yesterday afternoon. This is not too bad, and we've actually overcut Felipe as a result, although he's been having his own adventures, let's say. So 12th and 13th for us at the moment. We do need to pass Albon, catch Gasly and pass him, and Ocon is on soft tyres, so we probably won't catch up with him. So let's go and grab that P10 from Pierre Gasly, starting by passing Alex Albon, ideally into turn 1. Here we go. Let's slow it down and jump on board with Hulkenberg. Is he going for the move? I mean, he's definitely in a position to do it, wouldn't you agree? And surely he should have just gone for it. Hulkster, come on man. DRS on the back straights. We're pushing with the engine. We're driving in clean air. We're going at warp speed. That was... wow. Would not have been sticking a wheel up the inside there if I was at the wheel of this car. Here we go. Down the... oh no. Albon shifts across to block us off. We're going to deploy the battery. And we're going to go for it. We're going to not go with high overtake aggression. But with DRS, surely we're going to... yeah, that was kind of dangerous actually from Albon. But surely with DRS we're going to make the move here. Late on the brakes. Yes. And that'll be the position for us. There we go. We'll speed it up. And that is P11 secured. Now we need to catch Gasly. We're just stuck at this sort of 1.3 second buffer to Gasly. This invisible wall of turbulent air that is protecting the Alpine. Although it is also on much older medium tyres. So push comes to shove, we can attack on our softs in the last couple of laps to get the job done. Drugovich, we're just nursing his tyres to the end of the race. He's got 6 seconds back to Norris. Is he catching Albon? He was quicker, half a second quicker last time round than Albon. That's interesting, but Albon's on absolutely cream-crackered mediums. So there's a chance that Drugovich could steal P12 here, and Hulkenberg is now less than a second behind Gasly, so not going to attack on these next two DRS zones. We're going to save it for the pit straight, and then we're going to basically do a flat-out qualifying first sector. Got DRS, we're going to be about half a second back. Here we go. Let's push and deploy. Driving clean air. Is it enough? It is not. So we'll just drop it back. We'll have to do it a bit earlier. Although Hulkenberg is looking for it through the S's. That was... I mean, he's on a bit of a mad one today. He went for a move into turn 22 that could have ended in an upside-down aeroplane crash, but thankfully it didn't, and here we are scrapping for that final point. And if we do, we will be completely level with Alpine, although I think they'll move ahead because Gasly would have finished in 11th twice. So here we go. Let's attack, push with the engine, deploy. Oh, Gasly brakes and gets DRS. Oh, you sneaky, sneaky, sneaky boy. Let's see if we can pull away from Gasly in this first sector. 3/4 of a second. We need it to be over a second by the time we leave turn 13, and it is. So I think we're all good there. Looks like we're going to get a P10. Let's check in with Felipe Drugovich because he is about to get DRS against Alex Albon. Let's actually harvest the battery while we're here. We're attacking on the tyres. The race leader has just started the final lap. I think Drugovich will finish on the lead lap today. And he's going to be jostling for a 12th place finish. He's going for the inside into turn 13. Felipe Drugovich, 65 overtaking. Don't even care. What a sensational pass by the Brazilian. Look at this. Moving to the inside. Albon on dead tyres and Drugovich sending it as an F2 champ surely should. I think we've done a very good job today. Hulkenberg threw it at that exact barrier yesterday and we could have been fielding just one car. But we've done a really good strategy, I think. Hulkenberg's shown his class and he's come back through to grab himself a very well-earned single point, which is going to keep us ticking over in the championship. So well done, Hulkenberg. Once again, being a total legend. Here's Drugovich, who's actually left Albon for dead. Albon is 3 seconds behind on this one lap. So, excuse me, well done, Felipe Drugovich. Yes, we had that incident with Gasly, which completely knocked his confidence. But P12, a career best so far for Felipe Drugovich. Great job. Round of applause for the young Brazilian. Hulkenberg gets P10 for Haas. Drugovich P12. So we are solidly in the fight with Alpine. Where, well, I'm not surprised Alpine are slightly ahead of us this weekend because their car does better at high speed. Our car is slightly better at low speed, so circuits like maybe Monaco and those with more low speed corners will play to our strengths a bit more. I can't quite remember where I've set the development focus, but I'm sure we're doing something that's going to help us get ahead of Alpine. Let's have a look at the Drivers' Championship, shall we? Hulkenberg and Ocon completely level with 9th and 10th, 3 points each. Gasly has no points. Drugovich moves up 3 places to 13th, so good job from him. Alpine sneak ahead of us on countback because Gasly has finished 11th twice. So there he is. And we are... Well, can we catch Mercedes? We're only 19 points behind them. So, you know, it's a P2 with the fastest lap. And surely that's possible with a Haas? I'm kidding. We're not going to catch Mercedes unless we do a minor miracle with our development. But another great race for us. Picking up a point. Very, very well earned. So make sure you leave your love for the Hulk and Felipe in the comment section down below. I'll see you for the next round in Australia. Make sure you subscribe for more F1 Manager videos, F1 Manager streams and F1 chat as well during those streams. And make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on this video too. Join the Discord down below to get involved in the conversation a bit more. And I'll see you next time. You're the best fans. Bye for now.